guys, how we doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Forex update for the day for the TD Sequential. So over to the charts. Euro US dollar, the one we always start from. We're still hunting for this perfect short entry to basically get the massive swing trade down to parity. At the moment we've got some sort of mixed signals. Well, not really mixed signals, but what we've got is we've got this daily 9 that we're working off. We're working off a close above on the daily for a buy entry. Let me just sort this out. A close above for oh sorry, I got drawing tools locked. We're looking for a close above this daily for a buy entry, which is this level here, which obviously you can see we've not got yet. And then we're looking at for a daily close below here for a sell entry, which obviously we haven't got yet. But it obviously looks like we're getting some sort of consolidation here around these highs, whilst the market decides what it actually wants to do. I'm obviously still bearish on this because nothing too much has changed there, other than the prices has got better to sell at. But yeah, 4 hour chart wise, this is where we're getting some sort of mixed messages, because we're getting a potential buy trade if we get over here on the 4 hour, and a potential sell trade if we get below here. So depending on which time frame you want to go off, but I mean I would be inclined to take a sell trade at a 4 hour close under here, just because I'm probably bearish of this and slightly biased. But that would be that still is obviously clearly a move down from these highs that we're testing now, so that could signal a bit of a reverse in this sort of bullish sentiment and send us back down. So I am definitely looking at this as a potential sell even earlier. What I'm saying, basically, that's the mixed message I'm saying, a sell earlier than what we get the signal on the daily. But obviously you'd have a tighter stop on the 4 hour. Well, you'd have basically roughly the same stop, but obviously you're in at a better price than you were at the daily. So yeah, interesting this is, because I do believe, I mean, there's no rush. I mean, look, when we broke out here, there was plenty of time to buy the retest, and then plenty of move upwards. There's no rush to get into this trade. It's not necessarily going to go down, but if it does, there's plenty of opportunity. There'll be plenty of opportunity to ride this trend all the way back down to parity. I'm clearly showing my bias there, aren't I? But yeah, so that's what I'm looking at really. Close below this 4 hour, and then you could potentially sell more and accelerate at a close below what is the daily 9 we're looking at. But this is kind of what I look at when I look at pinpointing an entry. We've obviously got the daily, didn't have any closes below, but now we can actually pinpoint a tighter entry based on the 4 hour, which we've got here. So yeah, this is sort of how you do it really. And then I don't actually do this, but you could get down to the 1 hour. See if you can find yourself something on the 1 hour. 1 hour, you're nearly there as well. Look, here's your 1 hour candle. We did actually close below it, but came back up and would have hit your stop on a 1 hour basis. So I mean we're not looking for moves like this. This is kind of why we look at the higher time frames really, rather than looking for a 1 hour entry. Right, so let's have a look at the pound cable, pound USD. So yeah, 4 hour, we've got a nice potential sell trade here. I mean, we did close below and come back up, so that didn't work out too well. We had an 8 candle, which is a reversal candle, and then moved downwards. So yeah, you would have had to stop out of this sell, but you wouldn't have lost much. And then yeah, you wouldn't have lost much. But yeah, and then you're looking for a re-entry. Let's have a look at the higher time frames though. Yeah, great 12 hour 9, and then we've also got a daily 9. So what we can do, this is the daily 9 that we've got this off anyway. So we've actually got a daily 9 now, sorry, a 12 hour 9, which we can actually operate from now, which we've already broken below it actually. But yeah, so we closed below, and then obviously continuation down. So yeah, this would have been a great entry. Obviously we missed this one. Yeah, really spotted that one. But yeah, so really we're targeting at least this support area, and then potentially lower if we lose that support. So yeah, interesting trade there in in cable, and obviously if we bounce from this level, I mean this is a level we could potentially bounce from, so yeah, potentially expect some upside. Yeah, so we've got the dollar, the mighty king dollar, the DXY, the dollar index, which is pretty much euro dollar, but the reverse, euro USD. Anyway, so yeah, we have got a this daily 9 that we're looking at. We broke below, closed below, so we potentially we are back in the continuation sell trade based on a daily chart. So make of that of what you will, but we do actually have a 4-hour 9, which signaled a buy entry at the close above. I mean, we are getting volatility. I mean, this is right. The trend is your friend. These trends are overall down in all these. All these, they're overall down or overall up. They're overall trending. We look like we may be coming to the end of a trend, possibly. But what I'm trying to tell you is that there will be plenty of time to jump back on the next trend if we do indeed start to trend the other direction. This is sort of the difficult volatile zone where you can get chopped out of positions where it's higher risk entries, and you just don't really have to necessarily trade unless you are going with the trend if we confirm we're breaking below, which is fine. But yeah, if you're playing for a reversal, which obviously the TD is mainly used for a reversal, then yeah, you kind of have to just understand that you don't need to get these tops and these bottoms, and not that this is a bottom. You just got to get this chunk out the middle, the nice easy chunk out the middle. Right, so euro pound. Yeah, euro pound just locked in its range really. I mean, we said this yesterday. There's not a lot we can do here. Potentially though, guys, are we getting a descending triangle forming here? Because I mean that is what you call a rhetorical question, because it does look like we have got a flat bottom here. We'll move this up a bit. This could be a fantastic trade, because I mean we've seen other triangles play out really nicely. Let me just show you one of these. Here we go. Look, this is the sort of thing you can expect. You can expect a big nice move based on these triangles. So is this what we're getting here? We had a move down, we had a retrace. I mean, I don't want to, yeah, I mean, this is not the 618. You can see this is not quite high enough to be the 618, but we've got a retracement. We had a move up, we had a strong move up, we had a retracement, and we've had basically a retracement of that retracement, and now are we now gonna see some downside? And is that downside going to be signaled by dropping out the bottom of this this pennant? So this is I mean, obviously we don't have anything on the 4-hour, and we won't have anything on the daily or the 12-hour. All we've got to go on is this trend line. There's a potential sell, which I don't especially like, because whilst this looks like it could be forming a triangle, it hasn't confirmed one yet really, until this confirms as a high, and then we can definitely start looking at it as a triangle. But this isn't confirmed as a high, and trying to sell it prematurely now is not necessarily the best idea. So the best we could hope for is that we're not getting a TD entry. I mean, we've probably got a 9, a 1-hour. Yeah, we've got a double 9 on the 1-hour. I wouldn't want to be taking a 1-hour trade, but a double 9 on the 1-hour with a tight stop on the basis that it's a double 9 and we're at this trend line. I mean, definitely not the worst trade in the world. You could do a very nice risk reward on this, because you could basically target the bottom, and you only really have to have a stop somewhere around here just to confirm that you're out of the triangle. So yeah, I may put that as a trade idea, but yeah, so yeah, based on that one. But like I said, I don't really like trading these 1-hour 9s, but all you got to know is that you're trading a smaller time frame. You have tighter stops. And that's it really. And so far as profits, I mean, you would generally have tighter profits, but I mean, we're looking at a bigger move potentially here, so you maybe want to run that one. So very interesting trade there. We'll flag that for a possible entry. Aussie dollar, Swiss franc. I mean, you can see we're playing out what we clearly expected whenever I drew that line. This is a 1-hour anyway. Let's go to the 4-hour. Yeah, this is sort of a weakish looking head and shoulders formation that's now breaking down, broke this neckline, this sort of Quasimodo neckline. But yeah, I mean, this is our next level. What TD were we basing this off, or were we just basing this off basing this off of formation. There must have been, come on, there's got to have been a TD here. There's got to be something. So it has to be the 4 hour. No, nothing really. I mean, all we were looking at was that we were sort of in this zone here, and it was a case of breaking above, breaking below. But you can see this zone is efficacious for price action, and yeah, I mean, losing that support level clearly triggered a sell, which obviously was a good trade. So yeah, and then look like we're gonna at least head down. You would expect us to at least touch this, whether we break through or not, or come back up, or get to the 200. Well, this is not the 200 daily. Oh wait, right, okay, so we're at the 200 daily. So yeah, potentially a wick down to these moving averages and this horizontal support before we potentially move back up. But hey, we don't really know we can't really. I mean, you don't want to be calling this as the end of the move. This is the 9, what our original level was based off. Basically, that was our sell. We broke back above, so onwards and upwards, like we did with the arrow. But yeah, great. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, Australian dollar. Australian dollar looks to be. We've obviously got a 4-hour trade here. I can tell you that for sure, based on how tight it's looking. Did we get a 4-hour? That was. What is going on here? Did we have a 12-hour? Yes, apologies. So we had a 12-hour buy. So basically breaking above here, closing above here's 12. It looked like we did just wick. Well, actually, you can, if we zoom in here, our line should be here, and this should basically be about where it is. So you can see it is very close to getting into an entry here, and then you would have pretty much got a slam back in your face if you took it. If you took the breakout with the tight stops though, you were laughing. You got some nice profit and then stopped out the rest. But yes, so we're basically still in the same zone. I mean, I know we've got this horizontal level, but this is maybe a bit more important. This level that corresponds along with here. We will put that on because I believe this is an important level. You can see it has clear historical confluence. Obviously, I know we've got our original horizontal based on that price action, but we also have this one too. So breaking below these two, and then I will believe we've got nothing but air until, well, we've got nothing but air until whatever. It's just downtrend confirmed, and potential support at the 200 day, which I'm guessing will be roughly 200 day, and then the horizontal around the 200 day. So this is sort of what you want to look like in euro. You would just want a loss of like the upwards momentum, and another push up higher. And then a failure, a flat bottom, and then when you break this flat bottom, I mean this level, then this is clearly when the trend has changed, and then you just jump on the back of the trade then, and just slam it all the way down to the ground. But yeah, so you can see if you compare it to here, we're not at that stage yet. We had our high, we had our push higher. I mean, we've not got the rest of we need to pad this area out a bit, look a bit more weaker, and then yeah, then we can look at the entry. So. What were we looking at on a 4-hour? What were we just looking at? Where is it? How far are these? Oh yeah, sorry, we were looking at this. So apologies. What were we looking at this? I've literally just forgot where we've got up to. Bit embarrassing, but anyway, so Australian dollar, US dollar, this looks like it could be losing our level, losing the level. Have we got anything TD wise? Yeah, not much, not too much. Just sort this wonky line out, but yeah, this looking more like a confirmed top. So this is looking like a potential sell. You might want to wait for some sort of a retest to sell. Let me just see what we've got. Yeah, I mean, this is basically the horizontal closing below. We've obviously got one drawn off this 9, but this 9 clearly hadn't closed when we drawn it, so it is a bit higher. So we may want to, may want to move this to the bottom of this 9, but that's a 4-hour. I don't believe we. Oh yeah, sorry, we have this on the daily. So we did have a great daily 9, which is now closed. Not closed below because this is today, but it looks like we're closing below, so potentially get a move down here, maybe a retest, and then sell the retest. That's what that looks like, touch wood. Right, so let's have a look at the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, we've got this. Here's a trade. There's not much we can say on that. closing the daily above, buy, closing the daily below, sell. Let's have a look, see if we've got anything to, you wouldn't really want to be pinpointing lower time frame entries on this. I mean, we have clearly got a 12-hour 9 here, but I don't know. I mean, if you sold there, fair enough. Yeah, would have been a good sell once you broke a blow. And it's not a bad trade, but clearly we moved back up, and I mean, we're in this range here at the moment. And then 4 hour roughly coincided with our lower level anyway, so was a potential buy entry there. But these are, I mean, you just, when you've got a daily 9 and you've got such a strongish move, then you just want to be waiting really for confirmation on the daily, and then looking for your entry in that direction on the lower time frames. Yeah, nice looking descending triangle that we dropped out of there as well. I'm not sure why that's not drawn on my chart, but hey, yeah, continuation. Yeah, we had this line drawn. Our continuation, we're expecting down, basically, which is what is the pennant target, the breakdown of that pennant target. This is another textbook trade. We tried to come back and retest. We got as close as we could, and then we came down. Potential 4-hour entry. I mean, or it got triggered, and then you basically got stopped out. This is what I mean when you've got a larger time frame and you're trying to trade it with a 4-hour entry. You got a larger trend move and dropping out of a bigger formation. You do want to be looking for 12-hour or daily reversals on the TD to get you in. So yeah, potentially 12-hour coming in another 36 hours, and daily not even close. So US dollar Brazilian real, so this is looking good. I'm guessing this is a 12-hour trade, I'm guessing. Is it a 4-hour? Okay. Yeah, so we had this 9 here breaking back above this 9, which we did, and we then sort of messed about, but we didn't hit what our stop would be, and then now onwards and upwards. So let's see if this can reverse that trend, see if the dollar can keep strengthening, and then see if we come back up to the 200-day. Yeah, so that is an entry here in the Brazilian real. Mexican peso, again similar trade, broke above that 4-hour. Onward, we're moving up now. You definitely have your break entry, stop loss there. Do we have an? Yeah, we had a nice 9 here. So we had confluence with these 9s on the 12-hour, and the 4-hour. And if you wanted to be conservative, this is roughly your daily entry, daily 9 entry. So I mean, we nearly got to another buy 9 down here, and we front ran that. So yeah, I mean, this is looking potentially bullish now. Like we could get, I mean, maybe we'll get a retest and then back up, but yeah, this is looking bullish, yeah. And I'm guessing no, Turkish lira is not doing so bad, not as bad. I thought this would be looking more bullish than that, but yeah, so we got that 9 there. I mean, it's clear horizontals here, clear lines, clear channel. We don't need to take we don't need to look for any trades until we break here and look for buy trades, or break there and look for sell trades. That's all we really need to do on this. Yeah, I mean, 4 hours. Yeah, I mean, it's just not the same in any time frame. So anyway, yeah, so right, that's it. That's the end of this video, guys. Hope that analysis was useful. Sorry about our little mix-up that we got halfway through here. Yeah, we just obviously need to I need to be more on the ball with that. But yeah, some interesting trade opportunities coming up here. So yeah, some definitely interesting trades. So we'll have to see what's happening. But yeah, so thanks for listening, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. And yeah, be careful out there, because I think we're getting some dicey price action. We're gonna get some maybe counter recent trend moves anyway. So be careful if you're over leveraged or overconfident in the current trend. And yeah, we'll see how we get on. Thanks for listening, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.